As a menopause specialist, I get asked this question a lot. Is it better to start HRT earlier, for example, during perimenopause, or wait until after menopause? Women tell me that their doctors have said to them that they do not need HRT until they are postmenopausal. My answer to that question, based on research findings and many years of observing women in my practice, is that in most cases, it is better to start earlier rather than later if you're open to going down the HRT route. Let me explain why. From what I see in my practice, I've noticed that women who start HRT later often have more difficulty finding the right balance with it. Their bodies sometimes struggle to respond as smoothly. Current guidance also talk about a 10-year safety window after menopause for starting HRT. That alone gives a good indication that waiting too long is not ideal. So what is actually happening in the body? You see, every part of your body has what we call hormone receptors. Think of them as millions of tiny parking spaces designed specifically for estrogen. When estrogen arrives, it clicks neatly into the spaces and helps the body function efficiently. During perimenopause, your natural estrogen levels start fluctuating and gradually declining. This process can take 8 to 10 years. And as the levels drop more and more, those parking spaces become empty. For a while, the body keeps them available because the system still expects estrogen to appear. But over time, if there is no estrogen arriving, the body starts to close some of those spaces and repurpose them for other functions. So when estrogen is introduced much later, some of these spaces are no longer available. The body may not recognize it in the same way because these receptors are not functioning like they used to, or even attack it as a foreign invader, causing all sorts of nasties. Hence the 10-year safety window. However, when HRT is introduced earlier, it can slot into those newly vacated spaces much more easily. The system continues working in a way that is closer to how it used to. And I say closer because HRT does have some limitation. It does not replicate everything our natural estrogen does, but it can still provide significant support. So if you're open to HRT, my general advice is to consider starting earlier rather than later. And I apply this same thinking to alternatives. For example, I would not recommend suddenly introducing high level of soy or phytoestrogen supplement many years after menopause if you've never used them before. Hi, I'm Trish, the menopause coach. I help women thrive through menopause and beyond with the right knowledge and support. For more menopause management tips, follow me at Trish, the menopause coach. And for experts in peer support, join my private group, Let's Talk Perimenopause and Menopause. See you there.